And welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. We're back here in Ashton Corners, working into the evening, later evening. It is almost 8 o'clock at night, but we have rain coming. We are in September. October is just around the corner, if I'm not mistaken. I believe I have this set to 2-day months. It might be 3-day, but we'll find out here soon enough. Paul is in our last field rock picking for me, and I'm following through getting our fields ready to go for planting. I have a feeling most of my fields are probably going to get just a cover crop, of course, as we do a quick save. Well, I can plant a couple different things. I don't know if I really want barley or canola. We got grass there. Oilseed radish looks like it might be our go-to. We don't have any animals on this playthrough, at least not yet. We're not exactly set up for that. So we're just kind of doing what we can to... I'm sorry, I just happened to see this. Soybeans. We have a planting time of May and June, but consistent harvest? That's interesting. Yeah, well, I may take a look at that and do that, but we'll see. I think what I'll probably do is I think I'll do a field in barley and a field in canola, and then the other two in oilseed radish. Our big field, I will definitely do an oilseed radish to give it a break from the corn that we had planted, at least for now. But yeah. Like I said, whenever rain hits, that's when we're going to have to stop until tomorrow. I have the rest of this field to do, in obviously the big field that Paul's doing right now, plus the field just the east, west? Crap. I'm bad at directions on this map. And there's the rain. Well, shucks. I was really hoping to get this field done. Yeah. That was not planned by any means, but I think we're going to have to pull it in. I'm hoping I can get one more trip back and things not get too muddy and clogged up, because it is relatively light rain at the moment. But I don't want to push my luck. Those baskets there on the back are a pain in my butt to get cleared out when they get filled with mud. And unfortunately, a pressure washer doesn't always do the job. I tend to get more of the mud splashed back on me than anything, and yeah, that's not a pretty sight either. We're going to try to get as much done as we can before I have to call it, of course. It means that I'll have a decent night, an amount of time to get to bed tonight early enough, and hopefully rain is done by morning. So there is hope for that. Looks like mud is slowly building up on my tires, but nothing too bad at the moment. Either way, we're just gonna err on the side of caution. We do have the field across the street ready to plant, and it seems to be almost as bad as, you know, if you mow, it's gonna rain. In this case, if you cultivate and get your seed beds ready, it's gonna rain and kind of destroy your nice, beautiful seed beds that are all nice and fluffy for planting into. Yeah, such is the life of farming. I'm kind of surprised we do have rain, considering I really don't see too many clouds in the sky at all. But they're moving in, as is the rain. I can see it on the long distance radar. Yeah. Let's call it before we destroy the fields. I'm gonna give Paul a call and have him call it as, you know, come in as well. Yeah, that's starting to get caked on there pretty good. So thankfully nothing on the basket, so I should probably yeah, actually with that overhang it might be alright. Let's just pull it in just to be on the safe side. There we go. Doesn't look like we're supposed to get any severe thunderstorms or anything overnight. I just saw the chance for rain and ooh, that's cold rain. Brr. Gotta get down to the house. Don't feel like hopping a fence right now. Alright guys, it's a little later than I was hoping to get it back out here and get back into the field, only because, you know, well, I slept in. Paul's already back out and running, doing his thing out there. At least I believe he is. He might not be here yet, but we're gonna get back out into the field and get that field finished up. I did kind of take a stroll out there earlier when I was took the dogs out. So fields, for the most part, aren't too bad. We're not doing any deep ripping by any means, and that was just some light showers that rolled through overnight, just enough to hinder our tillage work. As you can see, our seed beds still look decent, which I'm happy with. So that is good to see. So I was apparently trying to choke on air. Excuse me. I was kind of hoping to be back into Alma, Missouri, but I haven't. With my work schedule this week, it's all been all hectic. Hence the release dates being in times and being all kinds of crazy. That update has come through the mod hub. I do have it downloaded again. I just need to get back into Alma, Missouri and redo everything again. Every single time I do it, I make a few additional changes. So we'll see what changes I decide to make this time around. I have about a week, once this video is posted, about a week till I will do that. I do want to do that for my next Saturday video. But just want to give you guys an update on that. If you guys are interested in that. There we go. Gotta get lined up. Gotta get those lines perfect. We're right next to the road. Gotta make it look good. And I'm happy that our mowing job that we did for the county along the state route actually still looks decent. And they did call me. They said that they are happy with the job that we did, and they look forward to working with us in the future, which I'm happy with that response. I'll gladly work with them. It paid good money. So they want to hire me to do the job. That's fine. That means I'll have money to buy fencing to around the co-op and for our farm. Because I still haven't done that yet. We need to get fencing and expand that out. It looks kind of janky with, like, especially across the street with the way that fence line is. It just ends there. I don't like it. I think we'll end up wrapping that field around a little bit more around the drive. Because, I mean, that is my property, so with me owning the co-op, it helps. I can kind of expand that field out as I wish. We have plenty of space to do it. And I think that means we're probably going to be planting oilseed radish into that field as well. This is going to be a field that we're going to plant canola in, maybe, if we can get around to it before. Oh, to answer my own question, I do have it set up for 3-day months because it's September 3rd, and yeah, which is good. Because according to our crop calendar, I think we have until the end of September to plant canola. One of those two. I didn't pay that close attention, unfortunately, so. Whoops. We're going to be able to do headlands here soon. No major changes here on the farm by any means. We still have a mixture of John Deere and Case IH, which is fine by me because I do like both. Excuse me, we have not purchased any additional fields so far. Well, I guess I did. I don't remember if I bought like all the highway and such. I might have had that purchased beforehand, but nothing too crazy. Okay, I don't. Just making sure I didn't have another one to do down here. But we're gonna start right about here. Ish. There we go. We're really gonna make this field look fantastic. Hope you all are having a good weekend. Like I said, I do apologize with the way my release dates and times have been kind of off the wall or really late or day late. Sometimes life sucks, plain and simple. That's kind of been the unfortunate, I almost want to say rhythm of my last few videos. Consistency of the last few videos is kind of griping about that, and I apologize for that. I'm trying not to be a downer about, you know, this not being my paying gig yet, but I'm doing it all on my own. Don't have anyone else really helping me out. I do my own edits and all that fun stuff, but if you've been with the channel, you guys already know that, and you've already seen how much I've improved in certain respects. And I appreciate you guys still sticking with me. If you still are and you're not just subscribed and because you don't want to unsubscribe. Anyway, I think I definitely think we're going to be getting some chickens here on the farm here before too long. I think I said here about a half dozen times too many there. Anyway, chickens I believe should be coming to the farm before too long because, well, who doesn't love freshly laid eggs in the morning? I mean, yeah, I could also do pigs, and that way we can get fresh bacon in the morning, but that might be a little too fresh. I've also considered buying these little strips of fields over here, a little tiered effect look, but our neighbor is not really budging on those so far. I keep asking him to make me an offer or give me a price, and he keeps going, nope. So, unfortunately, these strips of land between my two fields are still going to remain not mine. We do have to get a mower out here and kind of get some of these areas cleaned up, just because, you know, I like a nicely well-maintained lawn. I got to get around the house too. That's starting to grow up a little too high for my liking. Ooh, where are you going? There you go. Stupid tractor occasionally has a mind of its own. But as you can see, we kind of did some of the mowing farther away from the house, but we still need to kind of get up close and personal, as it were. What's going on here? What are you doing? Are you mad because I called you a tractor? Don't tell me you identify as anything else. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry? I don't know. I do want to start building up the equipment for the co-op, so that way we can start offering up handling some of the contracts that our neighbors and such are wanting us to do. I know some of the farmers have talked to me about that, and they just could really use a helping hand, but I can't really give them a helping hand if I don't have the equipment to do that. So we definitely need to get on to that here before too long, and I have a feeling we're going to be taking out a loan through the co-op, or for the co-op rather, so we can get that equipment and get it all set up and running. Still unsure as far as what all equipment I am wanting to ensure we have for that job, but it may just depend on what kind of job. Obviously harvesting, I don't know if we want to get into tillage work or anything like that. We'll probably do spraying or fertilizing type contracts, because I know a lot of areas around here, they might have the abilities to get the manure, but they may not have a way of spreading it. So, because sometimes those spreaders can be awfully expensive. Even if you find it, you know, somewhere cheap like Facebook Marketplace, you may not always know what you're going to get. It may end up being, you know, a completely useless shell of a spreader, and they're charging you what may seem to be dirt cheap, but still is, you know, hey, give me $5,000 for this, and it's just a shell of a piece of equipment. No working parts, no nothing, just, hey, a shell. You don't even get the wheels. So, be careful. That's all I'm trying to say. Yeah, after that rain showers, which we needed for some of these remaining plants, obviously there's plenty of harvest going on in the area. Certain crops, I know, like this grass field next to me, definitely needed the rain. It was starting to look a little iffy, a little wimpy, and those light showers that moved through actually helped perk it right back up. So hopefully it gets dried up for them to be able to cut it down and do what they want with that. Because I believe they have cattle. Maybe they've just sold their cattle, but it's been a little quiet over there lately, so not quite getting the cattle smell, as it were, which is fine by me. I don't mind that. To be completely honest, I know I mentioned this in several videos before, but in real life, I honestly do prefer the smell of manure being spread in the fields over any of the chemical stuff. The smell of the chemical stuff just gives me such a headache. Yeah, I mean, the manure smell isn't the greatest smell, but at the same time, if you're in the business, that smell means money. I'm not in the business, but I still prefer that over anything else. Well, most anything else, as far as farming goes. To be clear. So, wasn't really planning on having a little tractor vlog going on this time around, but it's kind of ended up that way. As most of you probably are aware, or if you're not, because you're new, first of all, welcome. Second of all, most of my videos, well, actually all my videos, are not scripted. I just kind of hop in, I try to get to a certain point off camera, so it feels like we've actually progressed in the timeline. I kind of do a mixture of RP plus vlogging, as it were. I'm just kind of trying to give you guys updates on what's going on as far as my channel, while trying to work in how things are going with the farm, things like that. You know, just trying to change it up a little bit, just so that way you guys aren't watching the same content. Even though sometimes I feel like it doesn't matter what farm I'm showing, it's always going to be the same content. It's farming simulator. But trust me, I know the feeling, because I watch a lot of different content creators who do farming as well, farming sim. Some of them actually do real life farming too. So we got done with that fun field. I think I might get one of my other friends to hop in here and take care of this other field back here in the back. So that way I can try to get focused on getting the seeder ready so we can start planting. Actually, I don't know if I'm using the seeder or the planter, but that's always the option there. Either way, we need to start getting seed into the ground before it gets too late in the day. So I'm gonna make a few phone calls, see who I can get over here, and then we'll get to that. But as far as you guys go, that's gonna be the end of this video. So as always, if you happen to like what you see, or if you catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post, and not just like you here and there. If you made it this far in the video, I want to say thank you, and I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. And I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. So with all that being said, guys, we will catch you in the next episode. Take care. Peace.